Peace, 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 gods and goddesses. My name is Essence. Welcome to Essence Empowered Channel. Your channel messages for today is your wound is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Your wound is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. All of us are wounded. All of us has wounds. But you have to take responsibility in healing yourself. It's a process, it's a journey, and it all takes time. You have wounds that's been built up since childhood up until your adulthood. After time and time, as we get older, we just don't realize it. Most people don't know what it is. Some people realize it, but just continue moving on, fighting it off, not trying to figure out a way to heal it. And others are wounded in silence, but don't know how to really release and let it go. Being wounded is not easy. No matter what you're going through, no matter what you've been through, no matter what's going on right now, you're not alone. You're never alone. Even if you walk alone, you're never alone. We all had hard times. We all been hurt. You know, we all been betrayed and deceived. But that shouldn't stop you from going within and healing your inner self, your inner child. We don't even realize just day by day the things that we do go through, the hurt, the pain, the trials, the tribulations, the obstacles thrown our way. It's like a never-ending cycle. You feel like you take one step forward and 10 backwards. You feel like giving up. You feel like you don't know what to do next. You feel like you at a standstill. You have questions, you have many questions, and you need answers. The target to get to your wounds is to start what's going in. You have to detach from everything and everyone that no longer serves you. You start off by discipline. Start off by putting you first, and start off by saying no to things that you know is not of good. You have to go within, and you have to take time for yourself. I'm not saying go within and be on the internet. I'm not saying go within and, you know, still talking to people that you know you don't even need to be around anymore. I'm not just saying going within just to sit around. When I mean go within, I mean you going within mentally first. And you got to see things for what it really is. When you go within, you have to sit in silence. You have to meditate. The answers are always within. We all have the answers. It comes from within. The power we hold comes from within. You have to have that mindset, that discipline. You have that willpower. You just got to know when to bring it out and when the time is right. The time is now. It's time to detach from things that no longer serves your highest good. It's time to detach from self-sabotaging. It's time to detach from negative thinking. It's time to detach from toxic people. It's time to detach from things that no longer serve your highest good. When you go into detachment, it's not gonna feel good. It's not beautiful. It's not whoopie-doo. Oh, I'm good. I get over this tomorrow, next week. No, it's a process. You're healing. It's a process. Wounded, being wounded, it's a process. It's like a banana peel. You're peeling each layer off. It don't work overnight. It might not happen next year, but you have to start today. Today is the day. You hearing my message? It starts now. It's time to take your power back. You already have all the answers you need. All you gotta do is take that step forward and don't look back. Being wounded is not easy at all. It hurts. You're crying in the inside, wanting to scream on the outside and looking for help. You look around, feel like nobody's there. You don't have support. You could be in a room full of people and still feel alone. You could have always felt like that as a child. You could have always felt like the black sheep of the family, or always felt like you were just out of place. But the whole time, it wasn't meant for you to fit in. You're meant to stand out and lead. Growing up, you always felt like why people was against you, why you always got hated on, when all you was good to people with a pure heart, a pure soul, pure mind. All you wanted was love. All you shared was love till this day. And you wonder why you was getting attacked. You wonder why you never could keep friends. You wonder why people turned against you, betrayed you. People that you shared your deepest secrets to, people that you thought would never leave you. They left you broken, bitter. They left you unhealed. They left you clueless, and they left you just asking why. And they got you asking God, why me? Why me, God? Why do I have to go through this? I turn around, my friends going through good. They got this going on. They doing this. Why do I have to go all through these trials and tribulations? Why am I the one that keep getting tested? Why am I the one that keep going through back to back every time I turn around? It is something else. Why am I the one that's going through this? You ask questions. Why am I hurting like this? Why am I not understood? Why don't people really understand me? Your friendships, the people you was close to. Your relationships, the people that you was so much in love with, that you thought you would never be without, that you thought you can't live without. The people you called friends, the people that you thought had your back. And when you're at your lowest, you turn around, you don't see nobody but yourself. You looking around, nobody's around. Nothing around. You hear nothing but silence. And you saying to yourself, I give my all. I give my all. I'm always the one there for people. And there's never nobody there to pick me up. There's nobody never there to uplift me and encourage me and motivate me and keep me going. But I'm always the one there helping people get by. So by me helping people get by, I am giving myself away to being acceptable to welcoming their wounds in with me. So not only does you have your wounds, you're carrying on other people's wounds and their problems and their traumas. Wounds is nothing but trauma. And it starts from childhood, the things we've been through, the questions we always wanted to know, why this, why that. We never had the answers. You just seeking. Always know what you seeking is seeking you. So know that the wounds that you're carrying around and right now to this day, that can be worked on. But you have to be the one to step up and say, enough is enough. When you get sick or tired of being sick or tired of your own self, you will say to yourself, this is it. I am ready to make this change. I am ready to throw in the towel. I am ready to detach. I am ready to love me for once. I'm ready to put myself first. I'm ready to give up what no longer serves me anymore. I am ready to be free. I'm ready to be at peace. I'm ready to have a peace of mind. I'm ready for my mental, my physical, and my emotional to be fulfilled, to be at ease. I'm tired of going through this. Why me? You just continue to ask yourself. Not knowing the way you're helping people, you actually helping yourself. Not knowing from your childhood, all these wounds that you've been carrying and carrying and carrying, not forgiving people for what they've done to you. It's time to forgive. It's time to forgive. You can't hold on to what people done to you. Understand everything happens for a reason, and there's no such thing as a coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. You was brought into this life. You signed an agreement before you even entered this life. So what you're going through right now, this is what you signed up for. Nothing is easy. Nothing is glitter and gold. Nothing comes easy. Life is not going to be easy. But you can make it easy by taking them steps, saying, I had enough. Today is going to be the day when I detach. Today is going to be the day when I just give myself up to God and just say, that's it. Whoever you believe in. Today is the day that I say, I'm taking my power back. Today is the day, no more stress, no more depression, no more anxiety, no more hurt, no more pain, no more being stuck over, no more betrayal, no more deceit, no more manipulation, no more. I'm detaching myself from all things that no longer serve me. No more users, no more abusers. No more settling. Know your worth. Know who you are. It starts from within. You know, we sit around, we ask questions and ask why this and why that. But the answers are within. You already have the answers. Are you being in denial? Do you really want to know the answers? Or are you really lost and you really trying to find what it is that you're really here to do? Wounds, we carry wounds and wounds and wounds daily. It could be the smallest thing. It could be somebody upset you, say something mean. Somebody just, discouraging you or just bringing you down. Or it can be somebody, it can be random, car cut you off. Or you just basically just put your your foot forward and it just feel like you're just getting knocked back down 1,000 times. But guess what? The wounds that you have, you are a warrior. You are a wounded warrior. So what you're going through is meant for you. The thing about it is these wounds, if you want to really get rid of your wounds, it takes healing. We all have wounds, but it's up to you to detach, go within, and see where it came from, starting with that first. And then ask yourself, why are you still feeling this way? Then ask yourself, why are you still holding on to this memory? Then ask yourself, have you forgave the situation? Then look at it from a higher perspective. Then look where you are now from when that situation occurred. You got to look at things from higher perspectives and different perspectives. Honestly, your wounds is not here to bring you completely down and destroy you. Your wounds is here to build you up, to make you stronger, to make you keep fighting, because you are chosen. You have to let go of that hurt, love. You have to let go of that pain. You have to forgive. You have to forgive. It starts with you. You want to see changes, you have to be the one to make that change. You want to see progress, you got to put in the work. You got to crawl before you walk. It's no rush. You have to start from somewhere. One more thing to start the process of healing your wounds. Number one, go within. Distance yourself. I say go into hermit mode. Go within. Stay to yourself. Leave the internet alone. Phone or do not disturb. You have to go within and don't go out. Don't do nothing. You can talk to family or whatever the case may be, but go within. Silence is your best answer. And as you're going within, stand to yourself, all the answers will come. And you'll start having memories and clarity on what you need to do and what you should do. So once you detach, you go within and just listen. Everything don't need a response, just listen. Listen to your higher self. Start writing. Everything that hurt you, everything that abused you, gave you pain, everything that you've been holding on to from childhood, everything, even your darkest secrets that you never told no one, but you still carry it on till this day. Write it down. Write all your traumas down. Write all your wounds down. Write all that hurt down. Write it down. Write it down and release it. Start by saying in your book, the traumas that I am releasing. Write it down. It helps. And as you're writing it down, you're releasing. It's called spelling. You got to write it. You're actually spelling. So you got to be careful what you're writing and be careful what you're saying out your mouth as well. Because your mouth is powerful. The tongue is powerful. So what you speak, it will manifest, whether it's positive or negative. The law of attraction. You have to be mindful. You need to go within and figure out deep in it, your depth, what that main trigger is. Where is it coming from? Once you get to the root of that, start working on it. You got to detach from people that's been in your life that you know not good in your life, that you know don't need to be around you, but you just there for the love because you're that type of person, regardless of what they did to you, you still have that good, pure heart that you'll still be around because it's nothing but pure love. But at the end of the day, sometimes you got to love someone enough to leave them alone, and sometimes you have to love from afar. Just because you're used to being around that person, just because you're used to dealing with people BS, doesn't mean you need to be dealing with it. A lot of things can come from other people's wounds, and it's attaching to you because of your purity, because you're pure, your good heart. A lot of you all don't even know you are healers out here, that you are empaths. You're naturally healers and don't even know, because you take up on people's problems. But sometimes you forget about your own self. Thyself. You forget about thyself. You forget about thyself. You forget. Because you're pouring so much into other people. You're trying to make other people happy. Trying to please everybody. Because you just want peace. You just want everything to be good. But what about you? You can't forget about you. You can't leave yourself out. Putting other people before you, you're not doing nothing but adding on more wounds and traumas, because you're not healing yourself. You're not helping yourself. You're not figuring out what it is, your triggers, your traumas, your wounds, what it is that really needs to be healed, the root of it. Because you're so busy here and there, all over the place, but you're forgetting about thyself. It's okay to help people, but you got to understand, how can you help someone if you can't help yourself? How can you be there for someone if you can't be there for yourself? How can you love someone if you can't love yourself? You have to come into a common ground and get rooted. The answers are within. You already know what to do. But are you ready? You got to answer that call. It's time. The time is now. The time is now to take your power back. The time is now. It's no more procrastinating. No more. You have to be able to be there for you. Because it's going to be more times than what you are in now in your situation, when you're really going to feel alone. It don't feel good at the top. It don't feel good when you really detach from people, even the people that you love, even the people that's closest to you, even the people that you want in your life so bad, and just trying to make it work. You're just doing anything at this point to just try to make things work so they can stay around. No, it don't work like that. Because God will take the most important thing that you love away from you for you to really see. It's time to focus on thyself. Go within, get to the roots, dig in deep, and start healing it. It's gonna take time. Healing is a forever evolving journey. We are forever healing. But you have to be the one to take consideration into your own hands. Ain't no more excuses. Ain't no more I can't. Get that out your vocabulary. You can. You can do whatever you put your mind to. It all starts in the mind. You got to release those traumas, those deep-rooted traumas. It's time. You have to release. You can't keep holding on to it. You're damaging you. Your soul is yearning out. Your soul is ready. Your soul is crying out. You have to let it out. It starts from you. How long do you want to take up? How long do you want to take on people's BS? How long do you want to stay in this abusive relationship? How long can you stay in this mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive relationship? How long can you stay in this friendship that just keep going in cycles and cycles, and there's nothing that's healing in it? It's just everything's being forced, and it's not pure love. How long can you keep dealing with it? How long can you keep dealing with people just talking down on you and running over you? Not seeing your worth, your value, your worth. How long can you keep dealing with it? How long can you keep dealing with and feeling that you're in bondage? You're stuck in bondage and you're not moving and you're not going anywhere. How long do you want to feel like this? Because the feeling doesn't feel good. It's going to be a time and a place when you say, I had enough. This is it. I'm not doing this no more. You have to take your power back, and it starts from you. Learn to say no to things that you do want to say yes to. Learn to say no to things that you know you don't want to do, but you're saying yes just to please somebody. That's settling. And that's not a sign of self-care by you pleasing somebody knowing that you really don't want to do it. Self-care, self-love, and focusing on you is saying no when you really mean no. Or saying no to things that people really want you to do and you don't want to do it. Putting your foot down. Standing on your 10 toes. Calling your power back. Saying, no, I don't want to do this. Saying no to your partner, no, I'm tired of this. You're not going to keep running over me. You're not going to keep talking down on me. You're not going to make me feel like I'm nobody. When I know who I am within, you're not going to make me feel that way. Mama and daddy issues. Get to the root of it. We have to come together. Talk to your mama. Talk to your daddy. Forgive. It's not good holding that in. It's not good holding it in. Forgive. You have to forgive. It's okay. Cry if you need to. Understand, crying is not a sign of weakness. Crying is really a sign of strength. And as you cry, you release an obstacle. As you cry, you're releasing wounds. As you cry, you're releasing trauma. As you cry, you release pain and hurt. Never be ashamed of crying. Never be ashamed of crying. In person, in front of people, never be ashamed to cry because it's actually a sign of strength. Vulnerability is a sign of strength. But this generation take it as to the advantage as you're weak. No, it's a strength. It's okay to be vulnerable. Be vulnerable with your partner. Be vulnerable with your mom. Be vulnerable with your dad. Be vulnerable with your kids. Get your family back together. You know what you got to do. But it starts with you. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to seek what seeks you. But get down to that root and figure out where the triggers is coming from. And that trauma and that pain, figure out where that's coming from. You can be that one in that family that know it ain't right. You could be that one in the family that break generational curses. You could be the one in the family that know this not how life's supposed to be. But it's time for you to take charge in your own hands. You have to be that leader, that prime example. Lead your family. It's time to stop being silent. It's time to stop being silent. You got to get yourself together. Because guess what? It's not about you. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. But you got to start from within. It's time to release and detach with what no longer serves your highest good. That's toxic ways, toxic people, toxic mindset, negativity, negative people. Things that you're abusing, that you know are not good for you, drinking, smoking. Doing things that's not of your higher good. Being around people that you know is not of your highest good. You know, have you ever felt the feeling you could be in good spirits and you get around someone and every time you're around this person, all they got is problems. All they bring is negativity. They never bring positive around or peace. It's always drama and there's always something going on with them. And then your energy and yourself start feeling that way because they actually projecting their own self, their energy, their insecurities onto you. So now you're starting to feel funny. Now you think to yourself, am I even doing right? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? Why am I feeling this way? It's not because of you. You were just in a good mental space. It's because who you're around is projecting that onto you. So now you're picking up on it. Now you thinking in your head, am I even doing what's right for me? Why am I, in this situation? You always ask yourself, why am I always in a situation where it's always something going on? It's always drama. It's always problems. Why I got to keep going through this in life? Why? Why am I going through this? Why can't nothing just be good? It's because you got to detach from these people. That's why. You don't want to, but it's time. You got to remove yourself from all negativity, even the closest people to you. It will hurt, but you got to do it for yourself. You're living for yourself. You have to do it for yourself. Family, friends, cousins, uncles, it doesn't matter. A puppy, it don't matter what it is. If it's not of your highest good, you have to release and detach. That's the number one thing to start getting to your inner roots, to get to your wounds, to release these traumas that's built up in you, that been built up in you for years. You got to look around you and see who's around you. You got to look around to see, do I need to be around this? Is this something I really want to do? You know what your heart desires. This is not what you want. So why are you around something that you know your heart don't desire it? Why are you around something you know your mindset not even over there? If you're thinking positive and your mind is sharp and your mind is good, and you get around this friend or this family member and they always negative, they're not trying to change, it's time to let them go. Bring you down, don't see good in you. It's time to let these people go. It's time to let these people go. How long do you want to go through these traumas? You are worthy. You are valuable. You are royalty. You are strong. You're stronger than you know. You're stronger than you feel. You are powerful, my guys and goddesses. But how long do you want to continue to go through these cycles? I'm going to tell you something. The cycle's going to keep going over, on and on and on again. Different people, different bodies, different souls. You're going to go through the same stuff over and over again. You wonder why every time I get in a relationship, I always get cheated on. Why every time I get in a relationship, I'm never understood and I'm hurt. Why every time I get in a relationship, I get abused, lied to, deceived. Why every time I get in a relationship, it don't last but, 4 years? Why every time I get in a relationship, it seems like the same thing over and over again, but it's just a different body, a different soul? Why every time I get in a relationship, it's just not making me happily fulfilled? Why every time I get in a relationship, it just keeps happening over and over again? Why me? Why me? Why am I going through this? You got to sit and ask yourself, take a step back and figure out what the root is. Why am I really going through this relationship like this? Why does my relationships keep going this way? Why every time I'm in a relationship, this don't work out or something going on? You got to go within and ask yourself these questions and figure out where exactly is it coming from. Take a look at yourself. Are you settling? Are you a people pleaser? Are you doing it because you don't want to be lonely? Are you doing it just to feel beautiful or good about yourself? No. That's wrong. You got to love yourself enough to leave anybody alone. It don't matter who it is. If don't nobody want to understand you and your journey and your assignment and what you got going on your life path and what you need to do, they don't need to be in your life. It don't matter who it is. Once you step in your power, nobody can take it away. So once you step in your power and you just start seeing people leaving left and right, let them go. Don't question it. Don't ask questions, just let them go. These people are not meant to be in your life. These people are not meant to be aligned with you. They're not meant to go where you're about to go. They're not meant to go where you're headed. These people are not meant to be in your circle. You're settling to just a feeling of having someone that's not good. You're settling just to feel happy. That's not good. The form of self-love is catering to your own stuff, loving yourself, detaching from all things that no longer serve you. Only accepting positivity and like-minded people like yourself on a higher vibration, a good vibration. Not dealing with nobody's BS. It don't matter who it is. And the people that you telling that you know, got to get yourself together and detach. If they don't really hear from you and whatever, you got stuff going on and these people don't understand what's going on, where you're coming from, they just think you acting funny or they think it's this and that, leave them alone. It's going to automatically shift anyway. They're going to automatically leave and eventually. They're not for you. They're not meant to be around you. You take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody's gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna love you if you don't love yourself. You got to cater to yourself. Put yourself first. Love on you for once. Put you first. Take your power back and put you first. You don't need nobody to love you. Need yourself. Love on you. You matter. And it's time. It's time. Healing is a beautiful thing. We heal on all levels. The time is now. The time is now. Your healing is your responsibility. Do you want to take that step and heal? Or do you want to just stay stuck? Feeling hurt and depressed, like nobody's around, nobody cares. Feeling lonely. Feeling like you're ready to give up any day now. You just feel like nothing's going good in your life. And you just feel like you just want to scream sometimes. You look around, you walk around in this world, and you just don't feel in place. You're at a crossroads. But you have to take your power back. Healing is your responsibility. To start within your inner roots. To get back to self. It's time to get back in alignment. Mind, body, and soul. You gotta be mindful of what you're thinking. Because if you're steady speaking negativity, thinking negative, everything will be negative. You're always thinking bad things. You're speaking bad on your life. Your words are powerful. Your words are spelling also. So you got to be mindful of what you're saying out your mouth. Because you're spelling. You're actually putting spells on your life and others. That's called spelling. When you write, that's spelling. And when you speak, that is spelling. So you got to be careful because the mouth is powerful. So when you're speaking about yourself, speak good to yourself. Speak good into your life. Always think positive. Things happen in life. We go through ups and downs. But always know it's going to be a brighter day. Always know everything is working out in your favor. Always know this too shall pass. Nothing lasts forever. It's a temporary feeling. So if you're thinking negativity all the time, my life ain't going right, this and that, it's always something, or you just around toxic things and that's just the environment you around and your mindset is just always negative, why you think negative things always happen? You can wake up, there's gonna be a shit ass day, I don't wanna go to work, I don't wanna do this and that, Lordy, and you go to work and you get in an argument with the customer or your boss or whatever the case may be. Or you get in a car accident, or you make a mistake and spill your coffee, or whatever the case may be. Just prime examples. So if you're thinking negative, your mind's going to stay negative. But if you're thinking positive, your mind is going to shift to positivity. If you want peace, there will be peace. You ask and you shall receive. You have to be mindful of what you're speaking. You have to be mindful of what you're saying out your mouth. Shift the energy, shift the atmosphere. Start waking up saying, today will be a good day. I am strong. I call my power back. I am wise. I am knowledgeable. I am beautiful. I'm at peace. It's gonna be a beautiful day. Things start happening in your favor. The energy just shifts. You don't even know why you're smiling, but you're just smiling just for no reason. People just extra nice to you. Somebody just hold the door longer than expected, or somebody just pay for your food, or just being kind to you, generous, coming to pump your gas. Randomly you seeing money, or you just get a blessing out of nowhere. Blessings come in different forms. But it's all in the mind. It starts in the mind. What you seek, shoot. It starts in the mind. Release. It's time to release, detach, and let go of what no longer serves you. It's time to step into your higher self. It's time to call your power back. The time is now. Your healing is your responsibility. Do you want your life to be at peace? Do you want your life to be whole? Do you want your life to be beautiful? Do you want your life to be happy? Do you really want to be happy mentally, physically, and emotionally? Do you really want to be happy all around, on all aspects of your life? If you do make that change, look around. See who's you around. See who's around your energy. See who's around you. You got to start looking, paying attention, observing, looking at things from a higher perspective. It's gonna hurt detaching, but guess what? It's all gonna be for your highest good, and it's all gonna make sense at the end of the day. But it's you to take that first step, that initiative. You have to take that first step. Nobody's gonna do it but you. You can sit here and stay stuck in your sorrows and your traumas and your hurts and pains. But by you staying stuck and sitting there, you're gonna always feel that way. It's not gonna ever go nowhere. But by you taking the initiative, just taking that foot out the door, just a peek, your whole life will change. Shift the mindset. We all, go through things. We all go through ups and downs. We think about things. Some things, will be negative or whatever the case may be. But always make sure your positivity outweighs your negativity. So if you ever find yourself in that negative mindset, automatically shift that energy back to positive and think something beautiful. You are loved. You are chosen. It's time to take your power back. It's time to call your power back. And it's time to heal on all levels. Remember, healing is a forever evolving process, and it takes time. But it's a beautiful journey, because once you really accept the fact that you want better for yourself, and you make that change, and you take your power back, it's nothing or no one or anything that can stop that. It starts from the mind. Go within. Take that step. You got this, my gods and goddesses. Peace, peace. You are loved.